You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 14th meeting for the Kingsford Heights Town Council. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
I call this meeting to order, and I request that everyone please shut off their cell phones during the meeting. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. We have a quorum. The only council member that's absent is Joe Atkinson. Also present is our clerk treasurer and our town attorney. We're going to start with departmental report, and the first person up is the police department.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Good evening. Also, for the point of public input and discussion, we're going to limit the public input to one comment per person per subject. Even when we get to the new, on the bottom of the agenda, the new comments that are brought up, one comment per person per subject. We're going to not ramble on, and because especially tonight, because we had the possibility of having a lot of issues to discuss tonight under new business. That's yet to be seen, and then we are also, Amber, looking at doing an ordinance to officially set up the guidelines for how we're running our meetings, like adopting ordinances when we can do 2 readings or 3 readings at one meeting and when we can only do 2, and when we can suspend Robert's Rules of Orders and when we can't, and that type of thing, and put it out so everybody truly understands when we can do what. Okay.
For June, we had 10 calls of service. Pretty slow month. One of the things that we did tackle, we had obviously that civil issue that was going back and forth on Severance Court. We were able to address that. We had the help from the utilities department who came out and helped move the wood. We had help from Carl Crittenden, who donated the dump truck trailer, and we had an individual who donated the money for the cost of the dumping. So the issue on Severance Court should be complete. The police department's also been tackling the town ordinances tickets. In June, we gave out numerous tickets for grass violations, junk, debris ordinances. So far, I think we've only had 1 of those tickets that have been paid. I'm not sure, is that correct?
Yes.
Maybe 1 or 2. I think the issue that we're having is that there's no follow-up with regards to once the ticket's been issued and they don't pay the ticket. I think that we need to come up with something with regards to what we're going to do with regards to, are we going to put a lien on the house? Are we going to, what's the next steps with regards to that?
We don't have a series of collection letters anymore.
I've not sent any collection letters out.
Okay.
So I think that's something that we need to look at, maybe get an updated ordinance. We've added several, with all the construction in town, we've are adding additional traffic signs. One of the issues was on Bryce, right there off of Range Road. The utilities department came out and added a yield sign because there wasn't one there. So obviously with all these new streets that are coming around, we're going to have to address all the traffic signs. So that is all I have. Pending any of your questions.
Anyone here from the fire department? That would be next.
Are you done?
I am done.
He-
Was there any
He
questions?
said he was.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
No fire department. Utilities.
Met with the members of the community garden and showed them the location on where the garden could possibly go. That sidewalk is in bad shape and curved. I did get a quote. I only got one quote. I don't want to state the amount. You guys should have a copy of that quote. It was for 48 feet and length and 12 foot wide, a sidewalk and curb to get replaced. That would be over there by just north of the J&B Deli. But I'm gonna look at getting other quotes, so I don't want to state the amount right now. We had a company approach us last week, L1 Oil Company, they're out of LaPorte. And we currently get our fuel from Keystone. And they, was speaking to us about bringing in new fuel tanks, gas and diesel, with monitoring equipment to get them filled. And they're claiming that they're beating the competitors by 30 cents a gallon for the fuel. I would like to switch over to them. They're talking that possibly no contract or maybe a year contract at the most. And if we do switch over to them, that would also spoke with Jeff, and Jeff spoke with Malika about removing the fuel tank at the police department, and it'd all be combined down at the wastewater plant. The police officers would have a gate code and access to get fuel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just getting the council's opinion on that. Do you guys have an issue with us switching fuel companies?
Not if we're going to save that kind of
Saving
money.
money, right?
But
And, they will have monitoring equipment on it. When it needs filled, they will come and fill it up automatically with new tanks.
Only 1 year contract at a time, right?
At the most will be a 1 year contract.
Okay.
Randy, have they given you a contract yet?
No, this was just speaking.
Are we under contract right now with anyone?
As far as I know, no, we are not.
Jeff, you got any
and
comments
there are
about that?
No, I
tanks.
support it. I think it's a good idea.
It's our tank, and we're allowed to do that.
The current tanks there are ours. We maintain the pumps, the nozzles, and all that. They will maintain the tanks, the pumps, and the nozzles from here on out.
And even if the police got gas down there,
They'll have a log.
okay, it'll
and,
be a
we
log
can
system.
then-
Okay,
They'll have a log system, and we can decipher how much they use every month.
so the bill can be divided.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you guys don't have any issue, I'd like to proceed switching our fuel delivery system.
Can you ask them for a copy of the contract and I can review it for the next meeting?
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, need a vote on this?
You guys asked for quotes and stuff for the wells, the high service pumps, and, there's a list of, scope of works for the water tower, the wet well, the water plant. I'd like to have a meeting with the board, and Jason and Rob, and us sit down and hammer out what we'd like to get done and proceed to get done.
Okay, this would be a special meeting, so we're entitled to make decisions, but only to discuss what we're doing with the
ARP.
ARPA grant money.
Yes. Okay.
And before we go home, we're going to try to get that scheduled.
Okay. And I'm still waiting on a quote from another company, but this is just what I have right now. I can give you a copy if you like.
Sorry, what is this one?
It's the scope of work of miscellaneous, like, the wet well, the water tower.
This is all the alcohol.
Yeah.
Now, the sidewalk one you were talking about is not part of that. That's a separate thing, right?
What's that?
The sidewalk is a
Yeah,
separate
that's
thing?
totally separate, yeah. Yeah, that's totally separate. Yeah, you can keep that. I have copies.
For sure.
Yeah. It's for, some of the stuff's OSHA compliant, to make it compliant with OSHA. Others of it is preventative maintenance for the water tower, the wet well at the water plant, the SCADA system at the water plant. And, it's going to require a separate meeting for us to hammer out the details and scope of work. That's all I have.
Okay. Anybody got questions more for Randy?
How much is the money we're getting from the ARPA?
500,000. And that's over 500,000, so I thought we need to go through it.
Got some things down.
I might have to work with you on how we competitively procure this.
Okay.
Because federal monies are being used and there's special requirements.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Park Board is next.
We don't have a lot of.
We just have our summer bash coming up in August, on August 8th. And so right now we have a lot of people who are sponsoring a table. At each one of the tables, the sponsors like the 4-H or the churches, they will be giving out school supplies to the kids, and we'll have games and hot dogs and water. We have Family Express. I asked them again, and they have agreed to donate, I want to say 30 cases of water and 30 dozen cookies. And we also have a note into American Licorice, but I haven't heard back from them. So we're kind of gathering sponsorships for the bash. And then we just would really like to know what the council had decided regarding the painting of the outside of the building. I know we talked about it and we gave numbers and figures, and I just kind of wanted to know what we could expect as far as like making a motion or like not making a motion or making, I don't know where we are or what's next.
My feeling is we can't do anything till we know where our mid-year numbers are, and we don't have that information yet.
I don't understand. I mean, help me understand.
We don't have a June 30th financial report.
How do we, or when will we get that?
That's for the budget report, and we have to get all of that together, which will be done next week.
Okay.
And then we need a report on appropriation balances as well as cash balances, and then we have to have time to sit down and look at it in all funds.
Okay.
Where we're going to take it from.
Okay. Well, because I know that the only concern I have is that we have the bid, and I don't know how long the bid is good for. I mean, obviously I can wait, whatever, but just wanted to kind of get an idea of what the timeline looked like.
Okay. Do we have the amounts of the bids in the minutes from a previous meeting?
I didn't get one of the bids. It was not handed to me. The other one was for $24,000.
The other one was for
24,700.
Yeah, that's the one.
The other
I
one
didn't
was
get
for
that one.
54. Oh, you didn't get that one?
No, I didn't get a copy of that.
I'll give it to you. And so, great. Then the last thing, only other thing, well, two things is the AED grant that we got that puts the AED here in the center. I need to do a follow-up with it, and I know we were painting, and so I'm hoping we can get that up in place, hopefully, utilities by tomorrow.
I got the book order today.
I'm sorry. And so, the one thing about the grant is I have to do a follow-up that, yes, it's up and all that good stuff. Do you think it's possible to have it up by tomorrow? I know.
After the meeting, I'm going to show it to me and stuff, and we want.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry if it feels like short notice, but it's just for me to be able to do the follow-up. The yes is there. And lastly, the August 2nd is the first weekend of August, and usually we do a town-wide garage sale. And so I know that's not really a park thing, but kind of we do a lot of the events, and I'd be happy to make an event flyer and put it on our parks page if that's something we want to do as a town. Is it like...
I know a lot of people are counting on it.
They are, but nothing has been made.
So.
Nothing has been actually made as far as flyer-wise, and I just don't want to be stepping over anybody. Is it okay if I go ahead and post that on the page and we share it? We good with that? Okay, and that's all I have.
Okay, I have one thing that was brought to my attention. The roof on this pavilion
Yes.
is getting ready to fall in, which is a safety hazard, among other things. And I'm requesting that you get a quote to fix it and present that, because that's probably more urgent than painting this building.
Okay. So when you're looking at the quote for that roof, you know, obviously nowadays a lot of the pavilions are going to the metal.
Yes, they are. That was going to
And
be.
so are you going to be, would you be okay if but it's not a metal, can you help me? It's not a metal frame. Are we able to put metal roof on?
You can put a metal roof on that.
Okay.
Right on
You
top
can
of it.
get two kinds of quotes.
Okay.
And then I happen to know that the other pavilion down at Ford Park, although there's not a lot of trees around it like up here, it may not be in that condition, but that pavilion is probably only 2 years, maybe 3 years newer than this one. So that roof should probably be looked at.
So one of the things that we would like to do, and it is on our plan to do, is what's called a 5-year plan, and there are a lot of things that are involved in that. So the pavilion, the park, the playground, all of that. So I mean, if it's a hazard right now, we definitely need to be like 911, get started. But if it's not a hazard and it can wait until we're really able to secure funds, I think that, I mean, Amber, can you help me? Is that something that, like, the park playground and the pavilion there would kind of all go into the refreshing? Because that park playground, it needs a fence, it needs a lot to put it up to date. And so, I mean, there's a lot more than just patch. Like, we want to make a whole comprehensive 5-year plan.
I mean, but obviously if there's an emergency that exists, you gotta handle that.
So I can do that, but the other one, if it's,
Right, it could go further down in the plan. Also, Amber, question. Both pavilions actually were constructed by volunteers. The park department bought the materials and volunteers did the labor. Is that still allowable?
So as long as your insurance covers volunteers, the answer is yes.
So we need to check with Debbie Blake.
Correct.
but I thought we had issues with our insurance being underinsured, like.
I think that was
Volunteers
talking
is
about.
one thing, but as long as they will accept liability for volunteers.
She might
and
want
then
them to sign waivers. I don't know.
They may set the ramifications if they do.
So do we have volunteers you'd like me to contact, or do you want me to contact roofers?
Well, we need the quotes first, and we need probably materials quotes separate, or maybe their quote will say what the materials are so we can price just the materials. Because it's possible there are some volunteers that were involved with the first pavilion that might put the roof on it. Some of them are still alive and some aren't. Jen,
I did. I didn't want to interrupt the meeting, but I wanted to let you know I can give you the boys' numbers. They're licensed and bonded.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they volunteer their time.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. So what do I do? Do I wait to hear back from the insurance? Do I
go ahead and get the quotes.
Let's go.
Okay. Then I'll report back to you about that next meeting.
Thank you.
Anything else for me? Okay. Great.
I said boys, I meant men.
I know.
No, they're your boys.
My what?
Thank you, Jen.
That's good, boys.
Okay, we have 2 sets of minutes to approve. Regular meeting on June 23rd and a special meeting on July, I know it's here, 1st. Okay. On the 23rd, Malika, bottom of page 1, ordinances. Your sentence that says, I've discussed the salary ordinance. Are you past, it's on page 1. One sentence up from the bottom sentence, discussion on salary ordinance by Rosalie Jacobs.
Okay.
Okay, that sentence has been on the minutes for at least the past 3 meetings, and I know I haven't done that. I almost said something at the last meeting, but I didn't remember, but I know I didn't at this one because I paid attention. So I think that sentence is not erased out of the system.
Okay. All right.
Does anybody else have any corrections or want to make a motion to approve the minutes with that correction?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, the regular meeting, June 23rd, 2025. With the corrections, sorry.
Second, anyone?
I'll second it.
It's moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of June 23rd with one correction. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Now we're on to the special meeting of July 1, which was our special meeting about alcohol.
Make a motion.
Dwayne's made a motion to adopt these minutes.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of July 1. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we have approval of claims for warrant number 5177 through 5215, and then claims number 16449 through 16510, which is all the claims associated with payrolls. Total amount of claims, $173,466.67. And I did notice there's no claim for street sweeper yet. Is that in the next batch then?
in the next batch.
Okay. Has everybody had a chance to look at your claim docket? Questions about it?
I don't see a claim for the community center.
Right.
For utilities.
Oh, that's right. We didn't see that last month. Is this building being built for utilities?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's not on here. I don't see it. It wasn't the last one.
Unless
either.
it's,
Yep, it's being built.
okay, you may want to double check that and make sure that's included on the next claim docket then too.
All right.
The bill for this building.
Okay.
Other than that. Okay. Anybody want to make a motion to pay these bills?
I'll make a motion to pay.
Sure.
I'm new here. so-
David, you want to second it? No.
I make a motion that we accept bills, pay the bills.
No second. Of amount.
But nobody's got any more questions about any particular claim? Okay. All in favor of paying these claims in that total amount of approximately $173,000? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous, ayes have it. Clerk's report, Malika.
Okay. First and foremost, that we improved the electric by $30,000. We collected $30,000 on new houses from the new ordinance that we just put in place. So that's helping the electric. Then we discussed about the pole rental, and the only one that we are collecting pole rental from is Comcast. Nobody else is paying pole rental. I also gave you the budget report that the board needs to look at, see if there's any changes that you need to have for the budget. Okay, and the next thing on the list is the flyers for the chicken. I did make the flyers for the chicken. As you can see right here, 800 flyers that I made for the chicken. I called over to the post office. The post office told me they didn't know how to do it here in Kingsford Heights. They sent me to LaPorte. I stayed there for 45 minutes waiting for them to give me the information I needed to send the flyers off. She comes back and she tells me that the flyers are too thin and they can't be shipped out that way, and that I needed a stamp to put on the flyers. So the flyers didn't go in the mail. She gave me a 1-800 number because on our account that we have with the post office, it says we have 528 people or boxes. We do not. We have 651. We could not change it. I stayed on the phone for 45 minutes to try and change that to send these flyers out. So that is why the flyers did not go out. There was a survey put on the website that my sister was able to create, and she did have that going on for anybody who wanted to make a statement on the chicken ordinance. And right now, it's looking like it's a 50-50 split on having chickens in the town. Next on the list, I had State Board of Accounts contacted me through email that they're coming in to do the audit within the next couple of weeks. Last thing on the list, we are keeping the long hour on Wednesday, but we're shortening our Friday. We're going to be closing at noon on Friday.
Don't you have a lot of business on Friday when people come in after they're paid?
No, we do not.
With the flyers, could you just hand them out to the people when they come in to pay their bill?
Yes, I can. I have handed them out, but I just wanted to make it known that the flyers were printed,
Now,
as I stated last.
they can't be folded in thirds, stapled, address label put on them, and a stamp. So that it's like the envelope built into the flyer and...
Okay, it's 73 cents per stamp.
I know
each time you do that. If you do it in bulk, it's 21 cents per flyer. So that's why we were trying to go that route instead of stamping it and paying $300 and some odd dollars.
$78 now because postage went up on Monday.
Well,
Can you put it on with the water bill?
the water bill comes in a little card. It's not a...
It's a postcard. I know. We used to do newsletters quarterly, every 3 or 4 months, and that's what that would have gone in with.
Things have changed.
I know.
That's why the newsletter stopped.
Things have changed.
I know, but I mean, that's what it would be. You'd have to fold them in thirds, put an address label on them, put a stamp on them, staple them or tape them, and mail them out like an envelope.
Can't staple it with the bill, the water bill, when it goes out?
Because it goes,
I'm sure that
You gotta put a stamp on it.
But I know, but I just don't think you guys understand what we go through when we do the bills every month. That's 600, almost 700 bills that we do every month that has to be separated for us to put staples onto a bill and staple it for it to go next door.
When you fold the chicken thing and you put one with each bill. It's the same chicken letter that goes for everybody.
Okay, all right. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you understand the work that goes into it.
No, I don't think they'd do it anyway.
I don't think the
They wouldn't do it
post office
anyway.
won't let it go like that.
I don't think so either.
We'd have to.
No, I think it would be well, I think you could staple it with a label or tape it with a label. I don't think you'd have to waste the envelope too.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked into what's called direct mailing? It's when you fold it in thirds, but you don't have to stamp it, you don't have to address it. The letter carrier puts one in every single box on her or his route.
That is exactly what we were trying to do, and that's when I went to the post office, because I was a former post office worker, and I used to put these flyers in the box. They have changed that, and now they're saying that you have to have, if you're having an election or whatever else, it has to be a certain thickness that you have to use to put in there, and there's also a stamp that you have to have that they wanted us to purchase.
Can you distribute flyers like to the stores and so forth through the town, and then when people either go shopping or whatever, they can see the flyer and pick it up and take it home or something like that? That wouldn't cost anything.
Is there a place on that flyer for name and address so we can take out if they double reply? Okay. You, Crystal.
Oh, sorry. So the only thing with the QR code, I couldn't figure out if I'm looking at my cell phone, how I could scan the QR code.
You can, you flip the camera. Yeah, you flip the camera and you scan it, and then it'll collect a box on there. And
Yeah, but I mean, I was looking at my,
No, you can't look at it. You gotta flip it around so you can see it. No, not your physical camera. The camera itself that you look at. There's a screen where it flips it around, so either I can see myself or either I can see outside.
So, but I'd have to have two phones, like what I'm looking at. Oh. But how can I look on the, I was really confused. So maybe all I'm trying to say, and I'm still clear, not there yet. So I'm saying perhaps maybe if we were to have it as a link.
I'm telling you, I sat there for 45 minutes.
I'm saying if we can have it as a link where you could click the link and it would just take you to the survey. For people like me, it might be a little easier than me trying to figure out how I could look at my phone and get my camera going at the same time.
Well, if nothing else, just leave them, I guess, at the office and they can.
Does that make sense?
All right.
Get them off that counter.
Time out. My suggestion is we don't do the reading of the ordinance again tonight. We put these flyers, let them hand them to people as they come in to pay their bill. We also put a stack of them at the store and
Post office?
maybe the post office, maybe the gas station. Well, the gas station gets a lot of customers that don't live in Kingsford Heights, so scratch the gas station. We put some at the store. We maybe put some at the library. We put some in the town hall. We trust people, and we ask that they get returned to the town hall. We put a deadline, extend the deadline. It was July 1st, maybe. I know people's already coming in with their July bills, so maybe we would have to go to August 15th to do a whole billing cycle. We tally them, we make sure nobody has responded from the same PO box, and see what kind of response we get. You have a question. One question or one comment?
One comment. Those who come to the dollar store, you want to issue, do they live here?
Well, they have to put their address on the survey.
But if you're posting in the store, I'm saying those who come to the store, they may grab. I have no idea. I'm out to take my bird. I'm here to do whatever. I think this voting is getting way out of hand with me, but I'm gonna work with it because it seems far-fetched.
I know, but
I'm gonna do my part to protect it.
I wasn't thinking of the dollar store. I forgot about that one. I was thinking about the little grocery store, but I guess the dollar store too. But they would have to ask their people if they're from Kingsford Heights before they,
Well, it's right on the side there, your PO box.
yeah.
You see this says you have to sign your name and your PO box on here, so
Yeah.
we know you live here or not. So this works just fine, because you have to bring your PO box.
And I want to speak for myself, and Lori can speak for herself. I wish you had told us that it was going on Facebook and that you had authorized somebody else to do it, because I got phone calls about who's doing this survey on Facebook and were they authorized to do it, and how are they associated with the town council? And we had no idea that your sister was doing it.
I mean, what difference does it make as long as you get the survey?
Well, because
she's doing it for.
She did it for us. I understand that, but the people that contacted us actually knew she was not on the town council and had no direct association with us.
Okay, my statement is that if you had that comment to make, you could have called the town hall yourselves and asked me that question instead of getting on Facebook and making a statement about the flyer. There's nothing wrong with you calling me and asking me about the flyer. I've been more than happy to tell you about the flyer.
Well, I had people asking me about that too, and that was the easiest way to get back with everybody. Let them read it. I wasn't keeping a list of who to call back.
No, I'm talking about me. You could have called me and asked me. Then if they would have asked you, you would have had the information you needed.
But that was a simple question, that one. But I just mean, if we had realized that somebody else was going to do it, that would have been a lot easier.
Why did it come public meeting? Why did it get on Facebook? This is a town, not Facebook.
That's what I mean. If we had known about it, we could have at least said yes.
What's actually is turned this voting into a chaos. You want to set fires up, you got public media.
You had your one comment. Sorry, we did say that at the beginning tonight. One comment per person per subject, so.
Well, I said what I said.
I know. We're trying to fix it. So anyway, we're not going to do that ordinance now until after halfway through the August billing cycle.
Half the people that get on Facebook, and this will be my one comment, half the people that get on Facebook and complain, they don't even have a chicken in the hen house. And I'm not referring to the chickens, I'm referring as a comment that a lot of times people who aren't invested except for their thumb hugging,
right,
it doesn't need to be
and
public
then
knowledge.
Probably, I would say more than half of the residents of the town don't get in on any of those sites where that survey was at.
Well, if they come to the meeting, they'll know what's going on.
Okay. So, that was the only possible ordinance we had tonight, correct?
Correct. I just suggest you have a motion to table it until the second meeting in August.
I'd like to make a motion that we table the chicken ordinance till the second meeting in August and get the flyers out.
I'll second to keep this going.
All in favor of, we've had our plenty of discussion, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, it's unanimous. Okay, Malika, we're kind of still on your report too. We need to have a workshop. And it goes along with the budget calendar that you gave us.
And he has it posted at the top that we can schedule a workshop.
Yes, but we need to.
New business.
No, it's not under new business. It's just on this piece of paper. Mm-hmm. Oh, on the agenda, it's not. We probably need to have a workshop before we even get to Form 1s, because our marshal has requested a couple revisions to the staffing, or a couple alternatives to revisions on the staffing of the police department. So that has to be discussed before we can even work on a Form 1. And like I have said, we need to know where we're at on June 30th with our current budget and our current information. For example, I asked you about just now about the storm drain or the storm sweeper rental, but last time you gave us a report, it still didn't have a line item for the stormwater revenue.
We still haven't got the bill for storm sweeper.
Right. Okay, but still, revenue-wise, I had asked you to locate what line item that was included in.
All right.
Okay, so we need to do that. And I need to know, does the board want to do a workshop the same day as a special meeting following each other, or do you want 2 different days? Don't say you don't want any.
I don't.
Yeah. Put them on together and get them done.
Yeah, I'm all for putting them together.
And get them done.
Okay, the special meeting will be open to the public because we will be making decisions in it.
Mm-hmm.
The workshop,
We can shop a little bit before that with that one.
yeah, we can have the workshop. There's a table and chairs in the town hall in that one room, right? We can have the workshop there because that way you could get up and get other budget information if we needed it. And then we could close that meeting off and come over here. Like we could do that meeting at 3:30 before, at the end of one of your days or close to the end of one of your days, and then be here by 5 o'clock, 5:30 for the special meeting. It could follow each other. We just need a date.
So you're gonna spend a whole day, basically.
Whole afternoon and evening. Well, no, actually, once we go over Randy's stuff, that's the only thing we can talk about at that meeting. So that should be not quite as short and sweet as the ALCO meeting was, but it's a one-topic meeting. But there's a lot we just can't do without those numbers, Evelyn. You know that. You've been through this. It's not your first rodeo.
Not gonna be my last one either.
I
could make it.
Just give us a date.
I mean, we could make a day of it Monday before the next regular council meeting.
Well, I have sick people at my house. I have doctor's appointments, and it can't be on the day that I need those days off.
All right. Check your calendar. Get back with me. Then I'll check the dates with Lori and Dwayne, and we'll go from there. Because I also have upcoming surgery on my leg, so. Mine I get a walk out of after it's over, though.
Yeah, you two just get this schedule on.
Okay.
Available.
We have no resolutions, correct? All right, old business.
Ms. Rosalie, we just need to make sure on the 29th, we were having our meeting here, just so that that's not.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Tuesday.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. USI.
Yes. Spoken to y'all before, but I'm Mitch Hansel. I'm the voice on the end of the phone that you've heard. I was in the January meetings. So USI been hired by the town to do a CCMG design of $1 million worth of roads, and I gave you all a map of all the roads that we're proposing to do. We took your PASER ratings that we did last year and looked at the worst roads, and then worked with Randy and came up with a paving plan. All those roads, to pave them, upgrade ADA ramps, things of that nature, will cost approximately $1 million.
$1 million?
Yes. And that has a CCMG grant. It used to be 75-25. With the legislature now, it became an 80-20 grant. So you were originally budgeting $250,000 match. Now your match is only $200,000. We had talked in January, I believe. The accounting firm said that you guys have the money, but maybe wait 6 months. And again, with the legislative change, we used to be able to apply in January and July. Now you can only apply once a year. They used to give out
quarterly, twice a year.
What's that?
Twice a year.
Once a year now.
So it's January again when you have to apply?
It's July every year. But this year, because they changed it from 80-20, it'll probably be September or October.
And so it's 80.
That the due date will be, right?
That's the due date when you apply.
So it's 80% they throw in, huh?
Yes, correct.
Instead of...
So when we have this budget meeting, we need to check if we have $200,000 available in appropriations and cash both.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the cash probably won't be out late until next year. You'll take the bids. You'll hire a contractor.
Is this like the other ones where you have to send them a financial report, though, and prove you have that money at the time you're applying?
Yes, we need to sign a financial commitment letter.
Okay. A letter or an actual financial report?
A letter.
Okay.
Saying that the town will be taking $200,000 out of MVH or whatever fund you propose, that you're committed to doing the project.
We can follow that.
Okay.
The other thing that they threw at us is, the other change that got made was they were giving out $300 million every year. Now they reduced that to $100 million. So some of that money and spend it in other places. So it's a lot more competitive. We need to make arguments for economic development. We can help you all do that. You haven't gotten a grant for a while, so I think you would be high priority community. So I like your chances, but again, everybody used to get funded. Now you got a 50-50 chance of getting funded.
All right.
But if you don't get funded in...
Just a question.
Yes,
Is there an alternative of requesting $500,000 with a $100,000 match and then doing another one next year?
Yes, but can certainly do that. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to say, we gave all these communities money in fiscal year 26. Now we're going to give other communities money in fiscal year 27. So
all right.
I think it's a matter of
it's a little 50-50.
Once you get funded, you might not get funded for 2 years or possibly more. So
do you have a recommendation as to a dollar figure?
I think $1 million is a good project. I think it gets the worst of your roads. The larger project that you bid out, more economies of scale you get better prices from contractors, and you get more contractors interested in looking at your project. I've had a lot of communities that tried to do $100,000 in paving, and it wasn't big enough for contractors to even want to mess with. So the bigger the project is, the more attention you get. But I'm sorry, the other thing is that the federal highway has come down on NDOT for all their subrecipients following ADA and Title VI federal requirements. And so to receive money from the state, from the federal government, the town needs an up-to-date ADA plan and a Title VI implementation plan. And so that is something that we can do.
So you'd be able to provide draft copies.
We can help you put that together. We can look at the...
So the town needed it when the grant was first started. Did the town provide you with their paperwork before so that it could just be updated? Rather than starting from scratch?
We're going to do a VCAST letter when the law rules changed.
Correct.
It's mandatory. It has to.
We haven't gotten any paperwork from the town. We were going to submit a VCAP letter committing to getting it done. Now they're like, yeah, we need the plan. Or if you send a letter, you have to have a plan in 90 days.
But you think we had a plan?
My guess is you had a plan.
Okay.
But they have to be updated every...
Correct, and that's what I'm saying, but it's probably not updated when you had it. What I'm hoping is you had a plan and you could just update it rather than start from scratch.
Correct. We can provide you with ADA Title VI at probably around $25,000. And we can come back with an ATP at your next meeting to get that done, but we're pretty efficient at it now.
If we had done one before, would it have been last year when you, or would it have been even older than that?
It would have been older than that.
Yeah,
Randy might remember. Randy, wasn't it the last engineering firm?
Ames Consulting, we did it, and I think that was 3 years ago.
They got to be updated every 3 years, yeah.
Ames Consulting?
Yes.
So maybe we could have a folder from Ames Consulting in the town hall that we can find it and figure out how to update it instead of starting from scratch.
It might have been updated even 2 years ago, because I remember something about that being brought up then. But I think it was 3 years ago at the last.
Okay. So that's probably Dennis's last year. It might be in Dennis's files.
The last one I ever did.
Okay.
The last 2 years hasn't been done.
Okay.
I got a question. Is this to repave bad roads or for building new roads?
Repaving bad roads, yes, existing roads.
Ames Consultants, you said, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess my question is, when do you want us to come back with a financial commitment letter?
After we get our meeting. She'll let you know when we have our meeting so we can do that. I mean, the whole thing is contingent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And then
And what was the name of that plan?
ADA transition plan and Title VI implementation plan.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anybody else got more questions?
I guess then my next question was, do you want us to come back for in 2 weeks for the next meeting for that ADA, or let me know how you're...
So when is the grant due again?
So they don't have an official date.
Okay.
But we suspect October 1st.
Okay, so they have some time still.
Well, you want to submit the thing by October 1st.
Okay, so October 1st is the deadline that you think that they should have the decision made for before that date so that you can submit.
I'm saying you have to have the plan done by October 1st.
Okay.
We have the ADA ready to go.
By October 1st.
Yes.
Otherwise, there'll be no money at all.
Okay. So that's step one.
The biggest thing is to look and see if you guys can find an old folder from Ames Consultants.
I have his contact information. I can reach out to him tomorrow.
Okay, maybe he'll send us another copy of it. Okay. Anything else? Okay.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, is anyone from the Legion Riders here? Okay.
I'm in there.
I'm Bob Smith with the Legion Riders. I'm the new director. We had talked to you guys about the Hog Days celebration and fundraiser. You guys required proof of insurance for a fireworks show. We provided our certificate for you. That's basically all I had, was to see if you guys had any further questions or if we were good to go.
And you've got the certificate?
It's in the.
It's in your folder.
Okay.
Thank you, sign.
I guess if,
Did you get a letter from them yet?
I'm sorry?
Did you send us a letter?
right there.
And we need to sign this too.
No, this was their letter.
Okay.
And evidently we have their insurance certificate in here too.
Okay.
And so you still need the road blocked off and you're still going to shoot from the ballpark.
Yes. And we're gonna clean better this year. Somebody said something about that, so I'm in charge of that. So we're gonna clean better this year so that the following week it'll be ready to go. I've included more of the community with the celebration and fundraising as well. I've talked to Parks Department about getting some coaches and kids from the T-ball teams or whatever. We're gonna talk about getting some coaches in the dunk tank and getting them wet. And so we're hoping to have a little bit of community participation and make a party out of it.
Sounds good.
Does anybody have any questions? Are we going to see everybody there?
Yeah.
What's the date again?
August 2nd. It's a Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Jessica Weaver.
I'm going to leave this report to my husband.
Afternoon. I'm Alan Weaver. Ran the ball club this year. First off, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come out and run it. An absolute blast. A lot of fun times with the kids. We would like to be back next year. Just kind of get approval from everybody. Make sure we're good to go there. Couple of things I wanted to talk about was the tractor needs some work that we drag the field with. That's in the shed down there. If maybe utilities or whoever can look at it and see, it just runs a little rough. One concern for me is the fence over on this field down here. The gate, the big gate, is held together by a chain. It doesn't stay closed. It's like they're too far apart for the latch to work. And same with the one by the first base dugout. So the first base dugout is held together with a bungee strap. And if they're not closed, it can be a safety concern. Kids running into them, making plays.
How you move forward getting help to redo those dugouts on the second?
Yeah, so the field over here, the dugouts, they're missing the main posts on the dugouts. The bottoms of them, about half of the post. So
I know you don't want to hear this, but the fences and the dugouts and everything at the ballparks, including the concession stand, when they were all put up to begin with, HBC covered all the expenses, and there again, it was the volunteers that did the work. I'm not saying the park board's not going to commit funds for you,
right?
But you need to discuss all that with the park board.
Okay. I was trying to do that last week, and I was asked to leave a Parks Department meeting. So that's why I'm here tonight.
You were asked to leave a meeting?
Correct. I was told it was a private meeting, and I was asked to leave.
Why?
We didn't have a 48-hour meeting notice, and it was just supposed to be all four of us. So I think Terry had let them know it wasn't, and so I wasn't aware that they were coming. I thought it was just us four. And so knowing that it was already after July 1st date, we didn't have things situated, and it was just supposed to be an executive session. So I guess maybe I was too much of a rule follower to hold a meeting without having a proper 48-hour notice to the public. I mean, was I supposed to make sure?
You always got to post.
So I wasn't trying to make enemies.
But you can't have an executive session without a 48-hour notice either.
Well, I thought all four of us could meet.
We can meet. No, you have to post everything.
We were trying to, and the purpose of that meeting was to try to,
We still have to post everything.
And then it's an executive session and it's just you four and it has to be posted and then it's closed to people. And then after a certain time, if you wanted to, you could open it up
to be followed by an open.
To be followed by an open.
And this is good. I mean, I'm glad that you're helping me understand. I guess I just didn't understand that. I knew that we couldn't have public there without me having given a public, and so I didn't want to.
Okay.
So my question was we are. I was told we are under the Parks Department.
Right.
So I mean, if they were having a closed meeting, I'm technically under them, right? So
it sounds like there wasn't technically a meeting.
It wasn't.
Yeah. So when is the next meeting?
The next meeting
on the agenda
29th at 6:00, and that one will be open for everyone, and we would love for them to come during that. And I'm sorry.
So to be safe, a week before, put up your notice.
Well, we did that now,
We do.
but this one just because of the cameras. We weren't sure about the live stream and all that stuff since the law was coming into play.
Okay.
And that's why we decided to have a closed
about a different place.
because we weren't sure about that.
Yeah. So is any board or commission having their meeting in the same room as the council has to be live streamed. So if you were to meet at town hall, that requirement wouldn't exist, but you would still have to comply with a 48-hour notice. Yeah, and then it would be open to the public.
And so we were trying to kind of get our ducks in a row, and we didn't want to be doing the wrong thing by having a meeting without.
Okay, and then for future reference, get into the town hall and get Malika to give you a list of the reasons that qualify for an executive session, because there's a list of specific reasons that qualify too. Okay.
And
you can even
more
meet in
often
the
than
gym
not,
if you
you
want
guys
to.
probably won't qualify for it.
Well, we looked online. We went to the parks page that came from Indiana state laws, how you supposed to govern the parks department. And there's a section on there, if you read it, says that we can have meetings without the public. But I didn't see that 48 hours portion on it.
Yeah.
But I
Just
mean,
like
everything
our-
we supposed to do is 48 hours. We was just trying, the last meeting that they were actually couldn't come, we was just trying to get our ducks back in order, because we had a lot of issues we had to fix.
And it wasn't, I didn't realize that someone had even told them about the meeting, so I
Yeah, we
was
thought it
really
was
sad
part-
that they
we said it was
showed
part
up.
of it,
So
Now
we
you
didn't
know.
want to.
it got a little messy.
have to be posted.
Yeah.
We got it going.
Now you know.
We know that. We got it going.
But what, I'm sorry, clarify one more time. 48-hour notice, and you say on the notice, this is executive session only, closed to the public?
But
I'll be happy to talk to you after the meeting.
Okay.
I'll talk to you after the meeting. Yep.
Yeah, you can meet in the kitchen and you don't have to be recorded, or out there in the gym and it don't have to be recorded. You just can't
Well,
be
we
in the
don't
gym.
mind having it recorded. We just want to have it, we just want to do it.
You probably would have to let
But if
Malika know.
you guys record it, because Alco's signed, we have a contract for 2 meetings.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, we got it set up. We got it.
And then you have a way to live stream it yourselves?
We do.
Oh, okay. Live stream, yeah.
Yeah, we got it set up. We working on that now. We just get the board, we just gotta finish up. Final questions, final.
Well, see, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the special meeting about the grant, because we gotta see what they're gonna do for the special meetings.
Do you have to live stream for special meetings?
Yep, if we have them in this room. No, we have to live stream all of them, because we're the town council.
Except for executive.
Except the executive sessions.
Man, it's still same 90 days archive, correct? Or do we have to keep them longer? Well, I'm just trying to figure out, because what the rule says 90 days, is that just for the video?
I don't remember the retention part of
minutes
it.
and all that?
I just don't remember the retention part of it off the top of my head. Yeah.
So just so I'm clear, we go to Parks Department will come to you for anything. I don't need to work, we don't have to come to these, is that?
You don't have to unless you want to.
Okay.
Or unless you're unhappy, like you want to appeal something.
Okay.
Hopefully not.
But our meeting is the 29th, so I hope that you guys could come.
All right. That's all I've got.
Okay, thank you. Tracker factor. New business tracker factor. It looks to me, it's a decrease for the next 3 months in the tracker factor.
Yes.
A slight decrease, which will be on the August, September, and October billing date. So what do we have to do? There's not an ordinance with it anymore.
You just make a motion to accept it.
Okay.
And then what do you have to do?
We just put it in the computer.
You don't have to file it anywhere.
I keep it. I keep a copy of it.
Type of copy.
And it tracker factors just requires one action then? Okay. For this.
I'll make the motion of new change on our electric to number by number.
To this number,
right here.
0.001303.
Yep.
It's negative.
Negative, yes. It's fractions of a cent per kilowatt hour, but every fraction helps.
It's $3, $4. So,
on 1,000 kilowatts, yeah.
Take anything.
Okay, Dwayne made a motion to accept the new tracker factor calculation. I need a second. Evelyn seconded it. Any further discussion? Any questions on a tracker factor? All in favor? Aye. We are unanimous. I lost my agenda. Attorney's report.
So as Madam President kind of discussed at the beginning of the meeting, I had talked to her about just maybe establishing some rules, like on ordinance adoptions. So we don't always have to say, Robert's Rules of Order are suspended. We could just have an ordinance that says, maybe on second and third reading it's always by title only. So I could do that. I could also do, a lot of municipalities want some kind of directive about public comments, the frequency, how to govern public comments. I could add something like that into there as well if you would like. But I think it would be nice to have some procedural rules on, at least on ordinance adoptions. It'll make it go a little bit easier.
I think so too.
Okay, so I'll prepare that for the next meeting.
All right.
Okay.
Public comments. Anybody got any new business they want to bring up?
I do.
Oh, okay, Dwayne, you can go first.
We've done a very good job. We don't realize it, but the map of an election that we just did, we're the first one was given to the county, was us. And somebody haven't got it done yet, but we got ours done. And they were so happy to us, man. I mean, I come to the fair and they always praising the town of Kingsford Heights for doing their job and it's supposed to do.
Good.
So.
That's good news. Okay.
We've had a discussion about the fences on the breezeway. Well, I mean, in the back, when all of these new homeowners are making these fences and they're not giving the town workers that easement in the back. They're not. And we're having trouble and they're being told that they can do it. And we need to have some type of rules put in so that they are not putting the fences on the town's property.
We should have existing ordinances on fences and easements.
Well, our building is,
Should be in our zoning. Usually it's
well, our building inspector is giving them permission.
We should have a whole section on fences.
So it's a whole bunch of new people that have put fences up.
I have noticed
on
that
the
when I'm out
easement.
driving around. There should be an easement for them
Yeah.
to drive straight down through there, and they're not. They're going like this with their
Well, they'll have to
fence
be
and all
turned down.
kinds
I
of.
mean,
Well,
And Randy's got into it with some of
Well,
them
they'll have to be
because
turned down.
they've had to take the
Or
fence
down.
down, fix what they have to fix, and then it's up to the homeowner to put the fence back up.
Well, the only problem, that's the reason why I said that, like, when we give out permits, if we had an instructional sheet to give to them so that they would know they could not put these fences.
When you give out permits, do you have a permit for a fence?
No, it's just, we have just a generic permit that we put on and we write on their fences.
Well,
So there should be instructions in your zoning with setbacks.
or either in the zoning or just in the one section that's got a few fencing ordinances.
Okay. I don't know where those are, but I just was made aware that there are a lot of people putting fences on the easement. So, and they said that they had permission. The people that are putting the fences up said they had permission. So I'm just putting it out there.
Do they even know where their easements are?
No.
The building
The
inspector.
building.
That's what you got telling them.
I know. I meant the residents.
Huh?
The residents.
The building inspector should be telling them where their thing is. And I asked Joe one time when I was out driving around, I said, why are all these people building these fences right on the town easements? You couldn't get nothing down there. He goes, oh, I told them they couldn't do that, but they're doing it anyway. And now she's saying that people are telling her Joe said it was okay.
Okay.
And now we're going to have a problem. Now we're going to have a big problem because if you go back all through this new section, you'll find all the fences are right. There's some of them that have a walkway. You can ask Randy. And then there's some of them that they're like fences are butt right up to each other. And if they had to get down there to get a pole or anything,
So
if
when
we don't
they
have an ordinance saying they can't do it,
come
we
in to
trouble
get their
probably.
permit, they don't have a little map of their property with where it's going to go?
No.
They should.
He comes and marks it for them.
Okay. That needs to be clarified.
Yes, because now we're going to have issues because now they've done got their fence built because he told them they could do it and they really shouldn't have been doing it.
Okay. Yes?
I just have one question. Did you ever decide on the smoking ordinance for the first department?
No.
Or do we just need to make up our own,
we
put up
sent it-
signs and say, well, this is where we're gonna put it at?
We sent back to the park board at the last meeting for you guys to reconsider how you wanted to request that it get adopted based on the comments that were made at the last meeting. Yes?
Back to that, all I asked for was just no smoking signs for during KHBC games. Like I told them I would put signs up on there and just no smoking on park property while there's Little League games going on. And I'll take them off the fence after our season's over. Like if they've got adult games down here, I don't care if they're smoking. I just don't want it at the ball field while kids are
We're
out
just trying to
there.
make
Not
sure we do
even-
it legally and not get in trouble.
I mean, I've asked people to go across the road to do it and got nothing but cursed at and yelled at.
Right,
Called
and
cops
that was
one time.
brought up.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you asked the park department to come up with a designated area, but if you go back to the law, as far as in Indiana, the law says it's no smoking on park property.
Yep.
So we just really need the council to make that the ordinance that there's no smoking on park property.
Do you have an IC code reference?
There's an open air something or another. Oh, I'll find it for you. But so we can't really come up with a designated area.
I wasn't either, and I looked it up.
You can't really come up with a designated area if the state of Indiana says park property.
So I'm not aware of a statute that says park property.
We're fine.
Yeah, send it, give it to me, please.
All I asked people to do during the season was go across the road over by where the church is and smoke on the sidewalk there. That was all I asked.
You missed
Just
their comments when they were here that one day.
Yeah. If you can get that IC code number, that would be helpful.
I will.
All right. You had your hand up, didn't you?
Yes. I've had my property, I'm new. We've only been in the subdivision, this is our third week. And people from the city, two gentlemen came out and we marked our property. They marked where the lines, your electric line, gas line and everything. So we know where we can't put any, different things. And nothing was ever said about an easement, in between our property and maybe the property that's going to be behind us when they build behind us. So my thought personally is if I put a fence up, it won't be right away. You got no money. We put a fence up. I'll put it like 2 feet in on my property, so at least 2 feet of my property still outside the fence. That protects me against a neighbor, and a neighbor can't say anything to me about being on their property and so forth. Now, the thing about the easement, they never pointed out where the easement will actually be or is.
Well, the easement, Randy's gone, isn't he?
Back there.
Randy, isn't the easement X amount of feet on either of both sides of where you guys marked out the utility? It's not from the neighbor's property line.
The easement is usually the water, the electric, and the sewer.
For us.
Yeah. And usually the water and the sewer are 10 feet apart on average in this town. Overall width of the easement, I don't know that answer right offhand.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be inside of wherever those painted lines are, not necessarily inside your property line.
Mm-hmm. Now, those painted lines go right through the middle of the yard. From the street, right through the middle of the yard, okay?
That would be the easement, the utility easement. And
in the middle of my yard?
Unfortunately, yes.
So I can't put a fence around that unless I'd be responsible for replacing the fence if they had to come in and
then you'll have to fix it yourself.
Correct me, but he has the option of putting in one of those great big double gates still, doesn't he?
What's been happening is people have been building on the property line, and if they have a manhole in there or a valve, then we require a double gate to be able to access it, or a transformer per se. We would have to have room to be able to work on that transformer. So if you don't have a gate and we have to get access to it, we will take the fence down according to the ordinance and we will not put it back up.
And I'm not familiar with where the new contractors putting the utilities compared to where they were in my subdivision.
Right.
Okay, that's fine here. Okay, thank you.
Yes?
Eric Troop, just with the community garden. When the meeting's over, I'd like to give you all a new MOU, because I have my Purdue extension has lost all their grants due to the federal government changing around, so it's going to be mostly through us volunteers, or if I would like to get sponsorship in local, like the town, like the restaurant, the grill, something else that'll help build it along. And then I have a extension with Unity Gardens to people into.
And this is for next year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
I think that's unanimous.